Hello, my tempties. Happy Saturday, everybody. Listen, if you are a Temptation Island fan, just go ahead, tune in, get comfortable, send this to some of your friends, people who have tuned into the show, because today I'm going to have Kristen join me. Yes, Kristen from Temptation Island. She's going to come on live with me. Happy Sunday. Sunday. It is Saturday, y'all. Clearly, I need coffee, and I can't even drink coffee. But as you guys know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and all month we've been talking about mental health, what it is, what does it look like. You know, I went live with D'Angelo. He is a therapist and a wellness coach. We went live 2 Mondays in a row, and we talked about different tools and tips on how to navigate your mental wellness. He broke down a lot of terminology that we should all be aware of. And so if you missed those out, definitely go back to my page after this and check out those interviews. But yeah, so I'm like, well, I know it's a lot of you guys who tuned into this season of Temptation Island. If you tuned in, raise your hands. Tell me what your favorite part of the season was. And I wanted to do something fun for you guys. Let me see who's in here. So I thought to myself, okay, well, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. What can I do to kind of tie it in? What can I do that's fun, that will keep you guys' attention, still educate you guys? I'm like, go figure. Let me talk about how I was able to maintain my mental health on a reality show. And I'm going to have Erica. Hey, girl, she's actually in here. Erica is in here. She's going to be joining me Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. if you're in Cali. So definitely make sure you tap back in here Monday so we can talk to Erica to see how she was able to navigate maintaining her mental wellness on the show. Because, girl, I have to tell you, you are strong. Like, not only did you have to maintain your sanity during the show, but also while the show was airing. Today, I'm going to have Kristen join me. She's going to talk about, how she was able to maintain her mental wellness as well while she was on the show, and even going through it, watching it. And yes, guys, hey, everyone is tapping in. How are you guys doing? Again, this is for all of my Temptation Island fans. I have something special planned for you guys today. We're going to have Kristen join me. We're going to be talking about ways we maintain our mental wellness on the show. Let me see. I told her I was going to jump on live. She should be on here any second. Let's see. But yeah, hold on. I'm getting the ETA, y'all. I'm texting her right now. Let me see what time. Will you be ready? But yeah, guys, like, a lot of people don't know, like, it's an experience, and I'm not going to give away too much, like, inside stuff, because we, like, from a contractual, like, point of view, we can't. But what I can share with you, so while I wait for Kristen to hop on here, I'll share with you guys, like, my experience, how I was able to maintain my mental sanity on a reality show. So first and foremost, this was a dating show, this is me. This was like my first time putting myself out there, like, in reference to dating, and it's like, oh, you're doing this on a national platform. Yes, y'all. I decided to jump back out in a dating pool on a national show. Who does that? Tula does that. And so it was nerve-wracking. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. It was super nerve-wracking for me. Oh, hey, Kristen, she's in here. It was super nerve-wracking for me, and I'm about to tap you in, Kristen. It was like, okay, I'm putting my life on the big screen, and I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know how things are going to be edited. So it was definitely for me. And you just never know how the producers are going to edit things. So it was a lot. Hey, girl, hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm really good. How are you?
You look gorgeous. Listen, for someone who just got ready,
30 minutes.
Okay.
That's the first thing reality TV taught me. Get ready like that.
Listen, look, we're talking about maintaining how we maintain our mental sanity. Y'all, we had like 10 minutes each day to get ready for our scenes. Like, thank goodness you're gorgeous. You didn't need too much time. But woo, child, talk about pressure.
You'd be like, what are we doing? Can we have any hints? Like,
right. Nope. Just like, just put on something blue. Right?
Yeah.
So for everybody that's just tuning in, I am joined with Kristen. A lot of you guys know and love her from Temptation Island. You guys, this is the first time that I'm actually talking to you. Like,
oh, I know.
I'm so happy right now. Like,
well, first time talking, like
right, like officially talking.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like
you told me so much about you. I feel like I already know who you are.
Ditto. I'm like, while we were on the show, I'm like, okay, yeah, I have to meet her. Like, I can't wait to meet her. And it all makes sense now. You're a Taurus. Like, 80% of my best friends have a birthday this past month. And I'm like, it just makes so much sense. But yes, guys, so listen, first of all, if you guys are tuning in, I'm joined with Kristen. Listen, if you're a Temptation Island fan, if you guys love Julie and Kristen, tap in, send this to your friends. Y'all had us in tears. First of all, where's that ring?
Oh, right here, girl.
Bam!
I almost forgot it. I went back upstairs. I was like, I know she's going to ask me. Let me put that on.
Yes. So, oh my gosh, I have so much that we want to dive into right now. First and foremost, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Like, seriously, I was so happy for you guys, like, watching the show. Girl, you are strong. I have to say this. And I know you probably heard this a lot, but honestly, I mean, a lot of you guys saw, like, me and Julian, we were able to, like, really talk and connect. And I felt like I really got to know you, your story. But then watching the show, like, all I know is his perspective. Watching the show and seeing it, from your eyes, from your view, it's like, wow, this girl is amazing. Like, you are strong, you are amazing, and you definitely, I could see, like,
you make me cry right now. First 5 minutes, girl.
I just have to give you your flowers because, again, a lot of people can't handle the spotlight how you did, for one. Like, you were able to be vulnerable on the show, and we're going to dive into that because you are such a strong woman, and the way that you were able to peel back those layers, you could see it on the show, you could see it, and it's like, okay, she got her fairy tale happy ending. So I just wanted to convey that to you. Like, girl, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy to see, like, full circle how everything has come together. And so I didn't get a chance to say this to you at the reunion, so I just wanted to make sure I said this to you now. Like, you really do deserve all the happiness in the world.
Thank you,
and I'm happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I want to hug you right now.
I know, right? Now, let's jump into the fun stuff. Guys. So, again, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, if you guys didn't know. And, I think it's very important for us to advocate for that. Mental health, it can show up in so many different ways, especially during this pandemic. A lot of people have been experiencing increased levels of anxiety, depression, all that. Now, I have to say, while we were on the island, we were in a bubble. And it was low-key refreshing to kind of be in that bubble because we didn't have to think about the pandemic. Now, I was a single. You guys, if you're just tapping in, I was casted as a single. So I was there to tempt her. Technically, she should not like me right now. She should not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I never blame the women for anything. It's always the man.
But what were your thoughts going into Temptation Island? Like, did you have any fears? How was your mind going into
I mean, to be honest, when the opportunity arose, I was just like, I'm not doing anything right now. I feel really confused about our relationship. So let's just take the risk because, what's there to lose almost. Yes. So I went into it trying to be as open-minded as I possibly could. Mm-hmm. But really the way I used to just not even think about it. Like, I was like, let's just not think about it. Let's just do it and deal with it when we get there kind of person.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Girl.
I know. Our parents were like, what are you guys doing? Like, you really shouldn't be doing this. We're like, we're not talking about it. We're just doing it. We'll see you on the other side.
Well, all right. See you in a couple months.
Yeah. They begged us. They were like, please don't.
So once you got there, it's like, okay, once you got there, because I know it was like levels to this process. Once you got there, what was that oh crap moment? Like, we're in it. What was that moment for you?
Well, saying goodbye to him at the last dinner. That was like the most difficult thing because that's when it was real. It's like when you guys came on stage and we met you guys, we still were together during that process.
Yeah.
So it wasn't scary. It was funny. Like we were laughing together, you know. And then when Mark was like, okay, this is really it. I was like, oh boy, reality sank in, and it sank in hard because I wanted to be alone after that. That's how I cope with, you know, dealing through hard things, and saying goodbye to him was a hard thing for me. So I wanted to be alone. I wanted to be with the girls. And then the boys were like, bam, party. And I was like, oh, hell no. This is Temptation Island. I forgot where I was. Like, this is happening.
Girl, I was cracking up during that first episode. You were like,
I was like, oh boy, I did sign up for this, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, I said, oh, she would have had a fit over the house because literally the first night so fun fact, you guys, so the first night of filming, we went into my birthday. So we celebrated my birthday like the first night of film, and it was like, woo, party, okay. Like, we're here to have fun. We're gonna have fun, guys. And we had fun. Like, I know y'all heard it. Our house was like low-key the party house.
It was.
As y'all saw.
It was. Like, we heard you guys all the time.
Yes.
I was like, hate us. Can I go to that party?
Right. Look, and we will be like, girl, come on. But so I know for me, that was nerve-wracking for me, like as a single, you know, because it's like, okay, I'm in the house with 11 other girls. Everyone's like competing for these guys. And it's like, these guys are here. Their girlfriends are like a couple yards away, you know, like they're here. And it's like, but everyone's supposed to be single. We're trying to find love. Like, honestly, you guys, it was confusing as a single because it's like you want to be open, you want to take that chance, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like you still have to be cautious. And at least for me, I know I was still cautious because it's like I don't want to walk into a love triangle potentially, you know. And I feel like the situation played out perfectly because no hearts were bruised on my end. Like, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
So, I want to ask you. So, we didn't have our phones. Like, we did not have our phones while filming. No journals. Like, I'm a journaler. No. That's how I stay sane. I like to decompress, write things out. So the confessionals were really like my journal. How were you able to stay sane during this process? Because you definitely dealt with way more than I was
sane. I think that's what I don't think I successfully stayed sane. To be honest, I definitely had breakdown after breakdown after breakdown because I was so used to those distractions as ways to avoid my emotions. So, you know, pressing pause, as I call it, because we had no phone to look at to distract us.
Yeah.
We had no work.
Yeah.
You know, no books, no TV, like nothing to just avoid your problems. And so now you actually had to speak about them.
Yeah.
Like to somebody.
Yeah.
And I wasn't good at confessionals because I never really knew like how to express my emotions. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, okay, tell us how you feel. I'm like, I don't know how I feel. Because there's so much going on. But being around everyone on the island, it really taught me, you know, to dig deeper because they were asking those really tough questions.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I can't walk away from this.
Yeah.
Like, there's nowhere to go.
Right. Literally.
No, like, you're forced. Yeah, you're forced to deal with it. So I don't know if I stayed sane throughout, but it definitely helped me break through. And actually helps me stay sane now because I know how to talk about it now. Yeah.
What would you say would have been like one of those pivotal like conversations for you where you were kind of like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to open up about this. What was that pivotal moment for you?
Yeah, so we used to have a day off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one day off a week. And that day off was actually the anniversary of my brother's death. So I was I was just like losing it. Like I need to call somebody, my family. I can't go through this alone. And I found Erica's room. Can't get in trouble now. I found Erica's room. She found me.
No one is going to hear that.
She was like, yeah, come over. And she's doing my nails as she always did. And I just started crying in front of her, just bawling. And she just hugged me and was like, you don't even have to say anything. You can just cry. Like, you don't need to tell me why you're crying.
Yeah.
And it was at that moment, I'm like, well, she needs to understand who I am. Mm-hmm. And that's where this process took me. It was like, these people need to understand who I am, because why is she this way? Yeah. And then it helped me, because now I'm the same way with other people. Just because they're acting a certain way doesn't mean that's who they are. Maybe there's something else going on inside. Yeah. You know? And that's how the process really took off. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you for that.
Oh,
I'm so, like, watching the show, I remember one scene you were saying, like, how you don't like to talk to people, you know, when you're going through things. You're like, not even Julian, you like to just deal with it. And my heart broke for you, because I'm like, as women, we're not meant to carry certain burdens alone, you know? And I'm like, dang, like, you've dealt with some heavy stuff. And it's like, I know that feeling. And it's like, you don't want to deal with that alone. And so to see you, admit that, it's like, okay, you acknowledged it. Yep. That's step one. Right? That is step one. And then to see you actually begin to open up more. Yes. Like, yes. I could see the work that Julian was doing over in the house. Mm-hmm. And so to see the work that you were doing, I'm like, yes, they have a fighting chance. Yes.
Seeing a parallel journey, I was like, oh my God, we're the same without even being near each other.
Yes. Yeah. Literally, like, y'all were so beautiful to watch. Like, USA, we need a spinoff. We need a wedding spinoff. I'm just saying.
So many people are asking me that. They're like, will there be a wedding on TV? I'm like, I don't know. We'll see.
It needs to be. And I just want to be the flower girl, okay? That's all I ask.
You can be the flower girl, for sure.
It's to be the flower girl. So I know that filming was definitely a lot. While we were watching the show, like, filming was one thing. How was it, girl, actually watching the show? Like, talk to me. How was your mind? Because I know I was nervous. Like, I'm like, where are they going to show? Like, I know I didn't do anything crazy, but, like, you just never know. How was your mind going through watching the season?
That was a whole other level of difficult. It's like difficult being there, but then watching what you went through is even more difficult, because you're reliving it all over again, but surrounded by family and friends. So the amount of people reaching out to me saying, oh my goodness, I'm crying, like, I'm so sorry. It's just like, now they all feel the emotions that I'm feeling. And it's like, it's just so much, you know? So we definitely cry with our family. It definitely opened up discussions between our families, you know? It opened up discussions with complete strangers reaching out to me. So it was difficult, but at the same time, it was also positive.
Yeah.
Both. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why, yes, y'all, I'm definitely going to save this live. Don't you worry. And, you know, that's one thing too. I really appreciate the fact that you were able to be transparent, because I'm really big on, we go through things for a reason. And
absolutely.
And it's not only for us, but I do believe that it's usually to help someone else, to be a light for someone else, to show them that, you know what, I've gone through this situation, but this is how I got through it. Mm-hmm. And girl, like, you being the light on the show, like, one, it's layers. Like, it was so many trigger points. Okay, I told this story before. I'm going to tell this story to you. So one day while we were all at the pool, this was not shown, this was not aired. We were all at the pool, and this was maybe like day 4 or 5 of filming. I'm sober, by the way, right? I'm just sitting there, I'm sober, we're talking. And Maya asked Julie, she's like, yeah, so if you were to ask Kristen to marry you, like, what would she say? And Julie, like, I'm just like, of course she'll say, yeah, like, what? Julian's like, you know, she would say no. Honestly, he was like, I wouldn't even want to ask her that right now, just knowing that there are things we need to work through. I wouldn't even want to put her in that position. And I'm looking at him like, I bang with you, Julian. And so I get up to go to the bathroom, and then, like, 2 seconds later, I start crying. And I'm like, Why are you crying? Like, look, my favorite question to myself is why, right? Like, why? I'm like, yo, I wish I had that level of just grace and concern from my previous situation, because we were and I was previously engaged and it didn't work out. But I wish that he had that same thought pattern, like, okay, let me not think about just me, let me think about her as well. And I just thought that was so beautiful, because I'm like, that can prevent a whole lot of trauma from happening. And I was just
Absolutely.
like, and the producer was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just triggered. Like, that was just beautiful. And I'm just like, they're like, well, do you want to tell me? I was like, no, I'm not a baby. I'm a thug. Wait a minute. Let me
right,
get the whole, together, right.
I'm good. Like,
yeah.
With the hair, take it
right.
out, and get it out.
But I did have that conversation with him, and I was like, like, I appreciate that. Like, the fact that you are aware. And that's one thing I had to let Julian know too. Like, dude, yes, the past happened, but the fact that you are owning up to it and then also doing the work, like, give yourself some credit. Like, she's going to see this. Like, stay focused, give yourself credit. Yeah. Yes. And I'm like, because you've come a long way. A lot of guys don't do that. A lot of people don't do that. They'll say, yeah, it's a problem, but they'll just keep it moving after that, Mm-hmm. And so that's one thing that made me, like, so happy about you guys, because you're like, okay, we're tackling this together. We're working on our own things individually. And then you guys came together and something beautiful happened.
Thank you. It is true, though. Like, a lot of people go through these situations, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you are with someone, something might happen, something might not happen, but you're confused, Yeah. Like, why am I confused? Like you said, ask yourself why. Yeah. Why am I confused? And I wasn't able to answer that question. So Julian, our parents are always like, when are you guys getting married? When are you guys getting married? Before the process. Yeah. I call Temptation Island the process, whatever. And I'd be like, I don't know, I'm just not ready. I don't know, I'm just not ready. And everyone says the same thing. You've been together for a decade. How are you not ready by now? But no one really understood, like, what we went through. Yeah. It's just like, oh, well, everybody makes mistakes. You guys work through it, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, we are working through it, but we still don't feel there yet. So, like, to everyone, don't rush into anything. Like you said, like, if you're confused, it doesn't mean you have to make any rash decision right then and there. You're not going to say, goodbye, I'm done with you forever, or I'll just stay with you forever because I don't know what else to do. It's like, figure it out for yourself, Separate for a little bit, but it doesn't have to be a negative situation. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so funny because a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, couples are crazy to go on Temptation Island. Why would they do that? Like,
we are.
We are. I'm like, but you know what? I feel like if the love is there, like, truly there, then this process could work for you. Like, people ask me, okay, would you go on Temptation Island as a couple? And I'm like, you know what? My previous situation, because it was what it was, I would have brought us to the show, and who knows, it probably would have helped. But ooh, girl, I don't know. I mean, it was difficult as a single, but ooh, child.
I did feel really bad for the singles, because, and I kept on, like, reminding them, like, it's not just about us. Like, it doesn't have to be all about you wondering about my relationship and my life. Like, you should be able to open up too. We're learning from each other, and my past relationship and your past relationships, why didn't they work out? What are you looking for? Maybe, and, like, my story, it's not always about the other person. Yeah. So maybe it's something you're doing wrong, but you don't realize it because no one's ever called you out for it. Yeah. So, yep. Yeah.
Oh, but good old Temptation Island will do that for you. And then Mark will come up and dig deep in it.
People are like, I don't think you're fine. Oh my God. The first couple times I talked to him, he'd be like, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm good. He's like, that smile's so fake. I was like, lies. Call me out. You're right.
Yes. Now, what was your favorite moment or experience on the show? I feel like, well, obviously the proposal is probably one.
That was such a shock to me, because when you said that he told you guys he's waiting for me to feel comfortable, he said the same, like he told me that when we were talking to each other at the bonfire. They didn't show it on TV, but he told me, he was like, you know, I'll wait forever for you. Whenever you're ready, you tell me. And I was like, okay. So at that moment, I'm like, all right, like we're waiting. We're going to get, you know, more time together because we're both like basically new people. Almost in a different way. So when Mark's like, all right, you guys can leave. I'm like, yes, let's get out of here. Like, don't look back. Just run, baby. Run. So like, you guys can go off the beach. I'm like, ooh, like so excited about the beach. Didn't even realize that there was roses everywhere. I'm like, this is cute. Not realizing that
Since you walking into
us. And he's looking at me like, you really thought this is happening right now? I was like, oh, this is happening. That has to be my favorite part. I mean, that, and I don't know. That's really, I have so many good memories with the girls. Like those are basically my sisters for life now. So I can't pinpoint like a single one, but those would be my good memories, is like when it was just, sorry, single boys, but when it was just us four. They already know that, so it's not a big deal.
Well, Kristen, listen, this chat has been so fun. I could keep you here all day, talking all day.
That's very
People
true.
in the comments, they love you. They love you.
Aww.
And Julian, I'm looking at, they really love you guys.
We love you guys so much too. We really do.
USA, we looking for a spin-off Temptation Island. We want to see the wedding, okay?
Seriously.
For real, okay? But listen, girl, whenever I am up in Jersey, I'm definitely going to come say hey. If you're ever in Atlanta, so I'm in Atlanta right now. So if you're down here, you and Juju, come on down.
Absolutely.
Say hey.
And we most definitely will. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me with this. Like, honestly, this was a great, fun conversation. And I just wanted people to just get insight on, like, yes, you guys see what we see on TV, but, like, we're human also. Like, dealing with this is a lot, okay? It is a lot. So, again, you are amazing. You are so strong. Definitely continuing to root for you and Julian. Can't wait till this wedding, girl. Y'all make sure you follow Kristen and Julian to stay up to date with them and what they are doing. And thank you again, girl.
Thanks, Tula. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So let me see. Okay. So yes, that was part 1 of maintaining your mental health on reality TV. If you love this, like. I have another surprise for you guys on Monday. I'm going to have Erica join me. And we're going to talk about her journey on the show, how she was able to stay sane with everything that was going on with her. Am I pregnant? What? Y'all, this is a flowy dress. I am not pregnant. I am not with child. You have to be active for, let me just shut up. Y'all are wild. But yes, guys, that was so fun. That was the first time that I got to like talk to Kristen like face to face or virtually face to face. I love her spirit. I love her energy. She's exactly like who I thought she would be. I cannot wait to meet her in person, honestly. She's literally like the best friend that I haven't met in person yet. But yeah, guys. Again, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm doing all this to, at the end of the day, bring awareness to mental health, what it is, you know, things that we can do to help one another stay sane, to help ourselves stay sane. Again, go back and check out some of my previous posts. I did a interview with D'Angelo, and we talked about what mental health is, what mental wellness is, you know, things that you should be looking for to stay sane, how to check in with yourself. There's resources for therapy. Some of my favorite resources are Therapy for Black Girls, Therapy for Black Men, NAMI, which stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And you can also call your insurance company. Look on the back of your card, call your insurance company and ask them to connect you to someone who can help you find a therapist that's in network. Listen, the same way we take care of our bodies, we should be taking care of our minds, our souls, our spirits, guys. So yes, this is the reason why I'm doing this. You guys know I'm here for you. And y'all are crazy in these comments right now. Just because I have a flowy dress on does not mean I'm pregnant. Y'all, I don't have a man. How? Y'all, wow, that's how rumors get started. Y'all have to calm down, okay? Because that's exactly how rumors get started. But yes, Erica's live is Monday, 3 p.m. if you are in Cali, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will post the flyer again on my stories. Make sure you turn the countdown on. And I'm going to tap out of here because I have a boatload of stuff I need to get done today. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and for supporting. And until our next live, peace. Oh, wait a minute. I'm missing some of your comments. Research for a kind of situation. We just want to hook up. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you guys. My daughter and I loved you day one on the show. Oh, thank you so much, Irene. Kristen and Julian are such an inspiration to all relationships. That is factual. And that's like, honestly, that's what I was saying. Like, you know, the fact that like no relationship is perfect. You know, people are not perfect. If you are expecting your relationship to be perfect, you are tripping and you're setting yourself up for failure. Like, no one is perfect, you know. But I think the beauty with them is the fact that they were able to address what the issues were, like actually address it, tackle it, and move forward. You know, I do believe that the will, like, if you are willing to fight for your relationship, then it's worth it. And I also feel like you never want someone to change for you. But if they want to change for themselves, then that's one thing. You know, like if they're adjusting things about themselves because they realize that behavior is not going to work out with what you guys have going on, that's one thing, you know. And so it just has to be genuine. It has to be genuine. And I feel they have a genuine love for each other, respect for each other, and that's why their relationship is working out. So yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all wilding in these comments. I'm about to get off of here. I love you guys. Yes, I would love to co-host with Mark one day. Okay, guys. Yes, I'm saving the live now. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.